Penn State's coaching shakeup has finally come to an end, and the Nittany Lions have landed a big fish, Iowa State's Matt Campbell. But here's where it gets tricky. How will Campbell rebuild a roster that's been gutted by graduations and transfers? With just 2 early signees in the 2026 class, the new head coach has his work cut out for him. The 2025 team was a senior-heavy squad, with 34 players honored on Senior Day, many of whom have exhausted their eligibility. Add in the inevitable exodus of underclassmen to the transfer portal, and Campbell's task becomes even more daunting. The transfer portal opens on January 2nd, giving him a narrow window to act decisively. Campbell will likely lean on familiar faces, bringing in several of his former Iowa State players and possibly some of the Cyclones' 22 signees from the 2026 class. But this is the part most people miss. Retaining Penn State's existing young talent will be just as crucial. Let's dive into the key Cyclones, both current and future, who could make an immediate impact in Happy Valley. Starting with the quarterback room, Campbell faces a pivotal decision. Redshirt freshman Ethan Quankemeyer showed promise for Penn State, but Campbell's go-to guy has been redshirt junior Rocco Becht. At 6'1" and 210 pounds, Becht has been a standout for the Cyclones, earning second-team All-America and Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year honors in 2023. While his 2025 stats, 215.33 yards per game, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, dipped slightly, Becht's efficiency in 2023 and 2024, over 240 yards per game, 48 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, speaks volumes. His dual threat ability, with 19 career rushing touchdowns, adds another layer to his game. Here's where it gets controversial. Should Campbell prioritize Becht over Quankemeyer, or is it time to give the younger quarterback a shot? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Moving to the backfield, Iowa State's junior running backs Carson, Hanson, and Abu Sama III could provide a much-needed boost. While they may not match the hype of Katron Allen and Nick Singleton, they're a dynamic duo in their own right. Hanson rushed for 950 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2025, while Sama added 732 yards and 5 scores. Both have proven themselves as workhorses, with Hanson also contributing as a receiver, at least 11 catches for 88 yards in each of his 3 seasons. Tight end Benjamin Brahmer is another no-brainer for Campbell. At 6'7" and 255 pounds, Brahmer is a mismatch nightmare. A freshman All-American in 2023 and a 2-time All-Big 12 honorable mention, he exploded in 2025 with 37 receptions for 446 yards and 6 touchdowns. Penn State's tight end tradition would thrive with Brahmer in the fold. Defensively, Iowa State's secondary was a bright spot in 2025, led by junior Marcus Neal Jr. and redshirt junior Jontez Williams. Neal tied for the team lead with 77 tackles, adding 2 interceptions and 3 pass breakups. Williams, despite flying under the radar statistically, was targeted just 15 times in coverage, allowing only 8 receptions. His PFF grade as the Cyclones' top defender speaks for itself. Is Williams the unsung hero Penn State's defense needs? Weigh in below. Linebacker Kooper Ebel, another 77-tackle stalwart, could be a seamless fit if Campbell brings defensive coordinator John Heacock to Happy Valley. Ebel's experience in the 3-3-5 scheme would be invaluable. On the offensive side, redshirt junior wide receiver Chase Sowell and sophomore Brett Eskildsen could address Penn State's receiver needs. Sowell, a 6'3" target with 500 yards in 2025, and Eskildsen, who led the Cyclones with 526 yards and 5 touchdowns, would bring immediate production. Looking ahead, Campbell might try to poach some of his 2026 signees, like 4-star wide receiver Jeffrey Roberts and 3-star defensive end Elijah Reeder. Roberts, a local Iowa product, and Reeder from New Jersey could be tough sells, but their relationships with Campbell might tip the scales. Would you prioritize recruiting new talent or focus on retaining existing players? Share your strategy in the comments. As Campbell begins his tenure, one thing is clear. The road ahead is challenging, but full of potential. For more insights, check out the Blue White Breakdown podcast.